Then the next one after Security Plus, the next one is Pentest Plus, which is pen testing. It's just the fundamentals of pen testing. It's not very hands-on. It's not going to make you an elite hacker by any means, but it's going to give you the basics to become a professional full-time penetration tester. And they go into all the basics that you're going to need to know when it comes to the higher level certifications and the higher level skills. And when you're pursuing these entry level certifications, you should also be doing TryHackMe on the side. So when I say TryHackMe and certifications, you should be doing step 3 and step 4 at the same time. I typically say, hey, do TryHackMe for an hour a day, and then spend the rest of your time that you can on your certifications. Whether that's 3 hours to 8 hours, however much time you can spare. The more time you spare, the better. And that goes back to the step 1, commit to the journey. You do need to make sacrifices. You do have to quit playing video games. You do have to stop watching Netflix. You do have to stop partying with your friends. It requires a sacrifice, but it's a sacrifice that's worth it. So step number 5, once you get those entry level certifications, you're in a pretty good spot to land entry level IT role such as help desk, maybe system administrator, maybe a network engineer if you with that network plus knowledge, and you might even be able to land a entry level SOC analyst role if you know the right people. Cybersecurity positions are definitely harder to break into, but with at this point with those certifications and or that knowledge, you'll be able to land an IT job, or at least you'll be a strong candidate for IT jobs. So why do you need an IT job? So many pen testers come from sysadmin or network backgrounds. So I was sysadmin in the Air Force, and that was one of the reasons why I was able to become a full-time pen tester. And most employers are looking for that IT background. They're not going to just hire some person that's never touched a computer in their life to be a full-time pen tester. Pen testing is not an entry-level role, and you do need to have some sort of cyber IT experience before you become a penetration tester. And those fundamental role, like those entry-level roles, what you learn there is going to be 100% applicable to your pen testing job. Step number 6, learn to code. And I see online so much that cybersecurity influencers like, oh, you don't need to learn how to code to be a cybersecurity professional. And I honestly, I think it's a load of crap. I think you need to learn how to code, especially if you want to go to the intermediate level or the expert level in this field. You can break in without knowing how to code, um, but it is going to be harder. And when it comes to pen testing, knowing code is essential, at least the basics of it. You don't need to be a full stack developer by any means, but coding is a skill that is really sets you apart. And the reason why it sets you apart is because it it really does apply everywhere in the tech. Employers really want it. And it sets you apart because a lot of people are trying to avoid, because coding isn't the most fun thing for most people. I'm not much of a coder myself. I don't have any desire to be a developer by any means, but I learn how to code because it makes me a better hacker. And it's important to get that skill. And even though I I I enjoyed coding at first, but the more I did it, the more I kind of disliked it. But I did it anyways, and that goes back to that step 1 is like you gotta. It's not gonna be fun every day. Like you're gonna have to do things that you don't want to do. You're gonna have to learn things that are not that interesting to you if you want to make it in this field, because there is a lot of topics that you have to know that isn't necessarily very exciting for you. But coding, if you love it, then you can take it all the way. But I would say coding definitely sets you apart, and like I said, most job postings absolutely require it. Any programming language will do. I start with Python. I recommend doing 100 days of code challenge. That's what I did, and you can see my journey on my website and on my GitHub.